You arrive in ancient Australia, 50,000 years ago. The sun is burning, the land is wild, but something feels wrong. No birds, no insects, just silence. Then dash movement. A giant lizard steps out of the shadows, venom on its teeth. Cold, glassy, eyes staring right at you. You try to run, but it's already too late. Because what lived here wasn't just deadly, it was something much worse, and now we are going to show you what truly ruled this forgotten world. Monsters, hunters, giants. This is the true story of Australia's lost beasts. Its name was Megalania, the largest venomous lizard that ever walked the earth, over 7 meters long as a school bus, weighing almost 600 kilograms, like a small car made of muscle, scales, and teeth. But Megalania wasn't slow. It could sprint faster than a human jogger. It could climb trees. It could swim. And, worst of all, it could wait. Still, silent, motionless, then strike. Its bite injected venom that melted muscle and destroyed blood cells. The prey wouldn't die immediately. It would run, bleed, collapse, and then Megalania would follow the trail and feed. Its teeth were jagged, serrated like knives. Its skull was built like a vice, a perfect killing machine. And here's the chilling part. This monster lived at the same time the first humans reached Australia. Our ancestors may have seen it, felt its breath, heard the crack of its jaws closing. But Megalania wasn't the only terror hiding in those forests high above. In the branches, another nightmare waited. Thylacoleo, Carnifex, the marsupial lion. It wasn't a true lion. It was a distant cousin of the koala. But evolution had twisted it into a predator like no other. It weighed over 130 kilograms, built low and strong like a heavyweight fighter. Its front teeth weren't pointed canines. They were huge, sharp incisors, like ivory blades, and its bite stronger, pound for pound, than any mammal that ever lived. Even lions and bears couldn't match its power. But the real horror was its claw. On each hand, it had a thumb claw sharp, curved, and deadly, 15 centimeters long, longer than your phone. One strike to the belly, and the fight was over. Thylacoleo was a silent killer. It didn't chase prey. It climbed trees, waited, watched. Then, when the moment was right, it dropped from above like a living missile. Jaws open, claws out, strike fast, kill, clean, disappear. This wasn't rare. This happened for millions of years. Fossil scratch marks in caves prove it. Caves were their den-safe places to raise cubs, hidden from danger, filled with bones. And their prey, giants, Diprotodon, the largest marsupial that ever lived. 3 meters long, weighing over 2 tons, a walking bulldozer covered in fur. Its head was so big, early settlers used their skulls as water troughs. Its teeth could grind entire trees into pulp. Its claws could dig tunnels large enough for a car. Diprotodon herds moved across the land, like earth movers changing the landscape, eating forests, digging massive burrows. But even giants like these weren't safe. We found their bones, and on them deep, terrifying claw marks, proof of battles, proof of blood. Australia wasn't just a land of giants, it was a land of monsters. Genuinus was a flightless bird with a beak that could crush skulls. It ran fast, it hit hard, and it didn't fear much. Procoptodon Goliath was the largest kangaroo ever, 230 kilograms of pure muscle. It didn't hop like today's kangaroos. It walked upright like a man with claws, And in the rivers, there was Palamnarchus, a 5-meter-long land crocodile. But unlike modern crocs, it didn't ambush from water. It ran across land, with legs under its body like a reptilian lion. And high in the trees, massive pythons, 6 meters long, Wambinia nerotensis. They moved without sound. They struck without warning. This wasn't just nature. This was evolution unleashed. But nothing lasts forever. About 350,000 years ago, the world began to change. Rainfall decreased. Forests shrank. Lakes dried up. The diprotodon needed tons of food, but the trees were disappearing. And as they died, their predators followed. The extinction didn't happen in a single day. It was slow, cruel, like the air was being pulled away one breath at a time. And then humans arrived. They brought fire, tools, intelligence, and courage. They hunted. They survived. They stood in the land of monsters and lived. Fossils show human camps beside diprotodon bones, stone tools beside giant skeletons, some aboriginal. Dreamtime stories describe beasts that match these extinct giants. Birds bigger than men, lizards like trucks, clawed demons in the trees. But humans didn't kill everything. Climate change did most of the work. We were just part of the final blow by 40,000 years ago. The monsters were gone today. All we have are their bones, their shadows, their echoes. Komodo dragons still carry Megalania's blood. Wombats and kangaroos are smaller versions of giants that once ruled, but they are quiet now, soft, tamed. Scientists are studying the ancient DNA of megafauna, and some believe they may not be completely extinct. Maybe they survived longer than we think, hidden in forests, forgotten in caves, and maybe one day we'll see them again. But until then, we tell their story. Because long ago, Australia wasn't just deadly, it was the most terrifying place on Earth. And if you listen very closely, you might still hear them. The heavy footsteps, the distant roar, the scrape of claws against ancient stone. Because monsters may die, but legends never do.